Hello, ladies. How are you?
Tatiana.
Wow. Hi.
Hi. Oh my God, I had so much fun with This Is Gus. Both of you were incredible, of course, as always. But this was just like such a feel-good experience. I was like, oh, down in the dumps before I watched it, and then I watched it, and I was like, life is full of joy. Life is full of surprise. Um, so starting with you, Jasmine, even though Selene came in during the films, right? She's like almost like a post-credits addition, and yet she's become such a part of the family, literally and metaphorically. What is it like to expand on her and Gus's relationship every movie?
I think it's just absolutely fantastic. James and Steve wrote such a rich, amazing, quirky character in Selene and allowed me to just try her on for size and make her my own. And I think in the first movie, she really came out of the canon full speed. And I feel like it was only right to try to figure out where this lady came from. And we really, we get past the surface of Selene in this third movie, and we get to see who she is. And I think that we were saying before that they had such a full, rich cast, and it was perfect. But all the time it was perfect. They were waiting for Selene to come. They just didn't know it yet. And once Selene joined in the first movie, it's like it rounded out the family. Kirsten said it great. They had a circle and it was a little clunky, but they didn't realize it was clunky. And then Selene came and it made it a smooth wheel, and it just kept on rolling. And I truly feel like that. I mean, she's a great character with a great cast, and I feel like she rounds out this group perfectly. I feel like this was the missing cousin, the cousin that was overseas that came home, and everything worked out great. But yeah, it's such a great opportunity to figure out who Selene is and what Gus got himself into.
Yes, and it has been quite the journey figuring that out. But also, speaking of family, we get to see a little bit more of like Vic's vulnerable side in this film. There was like, especially the scene where they find her at the camp, like I guess without spoilers. I was really moved by that, just like in in that moment. Can you talk about getting to see a little bit of her softer side, even as she and Juliet are kicking ass and taking names?
Yeah, because we always will in the end kick ass and take names. But the
Exactly.
fact that the fact that James and Steve, when they penned this one, allowed me to show that vulnerable side, to show that behind every badass is quiet moments, and quiet moments of doubt, and quiet moments of being scared of, am I doing the right thing at the right time, and why? And I think I am so amazingly grateful that I was able to do this, to show that vulnerability, because I think what it does with Selene, when we see her background, which is so psych, it's so part of that family and the hysterical, mania, that manic. The fact that we're still starting and discovering new things about these characters, 8 seasons and 3 movies in, I was forever grateful to be able to do that. And that was part of our ladies' night. That was part of just me and Jasmine and Maggie sitting around a fire and passing the baton to each other. Because Juliet is talking about how she had to grow up and what her influences were. Were there influences? And were they good ones? And then so she passed the baton to me to talk about being vulnerable with my family. And then I passed the baton to Jasmine to talk about her vulnerable backstory. And it was a night that none of us will forget. And I hope we have more to do of those in the future.
It was just so good. I mean, she's our witness. We were on the other side of her, like crying, because it was so good. And it was so real and grounded in reality and truth. And it's like, every woman knows that works, if you have a family, that it's a sacrifice. And she lays it all out, what her sacrifice was and what she got right and what she didn't get right. And it was just so good. And I feel like this is what Psych has been waiting to see. They needed to see this moment from this character at this time.
Absolutely. I love that moment, but also in general, like you guys talked about the ladies' night. I love that energy from these interactions between the 3 women, which are always saving these men's butts. So can you talk about getting to have your own little side adventure there?
Yeah, I feel like that was the best part of the movie for us. I mean, obviously it's always fun with James and Dule. It's just always fun.
It always is. Always, always.
Goes without saying. But then to have the three ladies, and we called it ladies night because the guys were off that day, and we just went from Friday night into Saturday morning, and it was just so fun and so real. And I said before, we got to like throw a nod to Sex in the City. That never happened on Psych. You know what I mean? Like,
and those are things that, you know, the guys may not have even thought of. And then when you bring this other dynamic into it, they're like, oh, look at this. This is another, you know, another branch on this beautiful tree.
And Steve let us roll with it. He was so supportive of what we were trying to do, three ladies at a campsite. And it was just really a beautiful, and Kirsten said it, we will never forget that. And I hope that if we are able to make more Psych movies, please God, that we can expand on that and like let it grow and see what happens when the three ladies lose their mind. Like for years.
That was exactly what my next question was going to be, was like, where would you like the next Psych movie to go? Which I think would be fabulous. Where are some places they could lose their minds?
Kirsten, what do you think?
Well, I definitely think that we could stay in the hills of San Francisco. But maybe Jazz, maybe we do an international one. It's we finally get the gentleman to watch Baby Guster, and a la Bridesmaids, we book first class tickets to Paris because we need to go. And then, oh no, there was a huge shopping heist while we were in Paris, and the Paris Metro Police need my help.
Only the baby can save us.
There you go.
I feel like this movie is writing itself.
I don't know. You guys right there.
I don't know why Idris Elba plays a big part in my head.
They should get kidnapped by Idris.
And I will have to come save you.
But you and Maggie are with me as moral support.
As you're kidnapped. Yeah.
I see the trailer in my mind already, and I cannot wait to make it a reality. Thank you, ladies, so much. I cannot wait for everyone to experience the joy of this film.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
Thank you, Tatiana.
We did it with love for everybody to get for 2 hours to be happy.
And that you succeeded. So thank you so much. Have a great day.